My name is Monica. I'm half Japanese, half English, but born and raised in Sydney, Australia.
What was it like growing up in the States, like as a half Japanese at the time?
Ooh. Honestly,
I was raised in Nigeria, so when I came back to Japan, I couldn't speak Japanese at all. I was only here until 3歳まで, like 3 years old.
Your Japanese mom and Sri Lankan dad, how did they meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they met in London.
バンクーバー日本人多いって聞いたけど。
めっちゃ多いです。はい。で、それでお母さんがお父さんとバンクーバーで出会ったんです。
ああ、なるほど、
は
ないるほど、なるほど。Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Takashi. So today I'm going to interview half Japanese people. What it's like to live in Japan as half Japanese. Okay, let's get started. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Jasmine. I am a singer based in London, and I am Japanese Sri Lankan.
Your Japanese mom and Sri Lankan dad, how did they meet, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they met in London. They were both working in a hotel, I think on the Thames, and that's where they met. My dad really likes Japanese culture, and yeah.
What's your household like?
Well, I grew up quite ingrained in the Japanese culture just because my dad is a Japanese chef and he speaks Japanese very well, and my mum, like her Japanese influences are very strong, I think. So we kind of grew up speaking Japanese and English, but mainly English as well.
Do you speak Sri Lankan?
I can only say I'm hungry in Sinhalese, and that's like all I need, really.
How do you see those cultures each?
I think they're actually kind of similar. Japan and Sri Lanka have a similar love for hospitality. Sri Lankan people are very friendly, polite, and obviously that is like a very Japanese thing as well. I'd say that the cultures can be quite similar, and especially because they're both in Asia, it is like starkly different from British culture. I am quite British, I think, and I'm very much a Londoner as well. So I've got like those three kind of cultures that I can mess around with almost.
Could you say something in Sri Lankan Japanese?
Yes. Mage nama Jasmine, mata barigini.
Japanese?
こんにちは。ジャスミンです。日本とスリランカのハーフでボーカリストです。今ロンドンに住んでいるけど、日本に旅行でお母さんに会いに来たから。My name is Monica. I'm half Japanese, half English, but born and raised in Sydney, Australia.
How did your parents meet?
My parents met actually in Sydney, in Bondi, which is on the beach, in the 80s, so quite a long time ago. And they fell in love and they got married and they had me.
I see. So you used to come back to Japan like every year or like with your family?
Yeah, since I was little, we've been coming back to Japan to visit our family and friends. So I kind of moved between Sydney and Tokyo.
What do you think is the best thing growing up with two different cultures, Australia and Japanese, maybe English as well? Like how would you say?
I love being mixed. I think you have such an amazing blend of both cultures. And also growing up in Australia, that influenced me as well. I think that you get great food and you get to grow up a lot of the time bilingual or trilingual. And that really opens up your worldview. Yeah.
What do you like about Tokyo and Sydney? Those cities that you grew up with?
Sydney, I think, is much more laid back in terms of the lifestyle. It's, if you're on the beach especially, people wake up earlier. That's a big difference. People wake up earlier and go to bed earlier. And things close early. In Japan, you can go to, most places are open a little bit later than in Australia.
So you speak Japanese like native level fluently, like how did you manage to?
I grew up, my native language was English, but I did speak Japanese at home, which was really good for me. And my mom would force me to do homework in Japanese, which I hated as a kid, but now I'm thankful that she did that.
日本人の友達はいる？東京に。それとも外国人の友達の方が多い？
いますけど、確かに外国人の友達も多いですね。今東京も結構だんだん前よりなんていうの国際的になって、それもいろんな人います。
So I'm Japanese Irish, born and raised in Kyoto, Japan. I lived until I was 20 here in Kyoto, and now I live in Vienna, in Austria. And I work as a blogger, content creator, just like you.
What kind of household was it like growing up?
So my father is Japanese and my mother was Irish. So it was very mixed. I spoke English growing up, also Japanese. I went to Japanese school. When I came back, it was mixed as well. So yeah, linguistically, it was very mixed. Yeah.
Have you lived in Ireland?
I lived in Ireland for a while. So I went to high school there for like 1 year. So yeah, I had a interesting time there.
To someone you don't know, how would you explain your personality?
It's kind of difficult because I have both sides. So I think like I'm Irish. So when it comes to Irish people, very friendly. So I would say I'm very friendly as a person. very open. My mother comes from a farming family, so we need to be open. We need to be friendly. So I am friendly, and also my Japanese side, I'm very I think respectful. Let's say I try not to disturb others. So I have this like mix between Japaneseness and Irishness.
What was it like growing up in Kyoto?
Growing up in Kyoto, it was great. I mean, I lived in the outskirts of Kyoto, so it was Nagaoka-kyo. That city was a bit, let's say, only Japanese people. I didn't see many foreign people. I didn't see many mixed people like me. Now I have more, like, let's say, empathy towards minority groups. For example, now definitely impacts my personality now. So, for example, my work, I'm doing a lot of content creation for minority languages such as Kurdish, Arab communities, also the Turkish community in Vienna. I don't really make videos for the German community, the Austrian community in Vienna, but also I shed more light on the immigrant community in Vienna. So it definitely affects my work at the moment.
Can you say something in Japanese?
こんにちは、ユージベレザです。今ウィーンで、ブロガーとして活動しています。10カ国語以上、勉強中です。もしウィーンに来ることがあれば、連絡ください。シニッツェルとかトルコのケバブおごりますので。
Hi, my name is Julia, and I was born and raised in Russia. Half Japanese, half Russian. My mother is from Russia, and my father is Japanese.
どうでしたロシアでの経験は？
ロシアでは当時は本当にアジア人全然いなくて、本当に自分の幼稚園では自分一人だけ、言い方あれなんだけど目小さかっただからめちゃくちゃいじめられてましたね。その自分のアイデンティティが大人になるまで、日本で言うと、ロシアは小学校中学とか高校ないんだけど、小学と中学は基本的にもうずっといじめられてました
なるほどなるほど。で、東京に来てからはどうですか？日本に来てからはどうですか生活は？
でもめっちゃくちゃ変わって、もう日本では可愛い可愛いってずっと言われるしなんか自分で言うのはめっちゃ気持ち悪いんだけど、なんか本当に日本人は珍しい、なんかアジア人だけど珍しい人を結構好きだなって、なんか見た目的にっていうのは感じる。あと日本人がすごい見た目にこだわってるっていうか、可愛い可愛いとかその中身じゃなくて見た目のこと結構言ったりするから、ロシアではそういうのあんまりなかった。
ロシアと日本に両方住んでみて、どうですか？国としてどういう違いを見えますか？
日本は、本当に人のための国だなと思う。もうすべて人のために。それこそ一番カルチャーショックだったのは、トイレに行った時にやばい、みんなトイレの話してるトイレ行った時になんか自動で流すとか、やばいみたいな、あと手乾かすところあったりとか。
確かに。
でもロシアが本当に人のためのところの方が少なくて、全部自分で取りに行かないといけない、自分から襟に行かないといけないと、毎日自分を守っていかないといけないから、自分のそのシーンはロシアの方がちゃんと育つ気がする。
確かに日本はイージーだからね、いろいろ。
いやー本当にイージーだし、この環境のありがたみ忘れていくし、舐めてくる。それ当たり前じゃないから、こんなにみんな優しくしてもらえるんであったりとか、市役所でちゃんとこうやってチケットを取ったらそのままサービス切れるとか、当たり前じゃないから。
ロシアと日本に両方住んで、自分はどういう風に人間として成長したと思いますか？
まずはロシアが自分の中に本当に強い芯を育ててくれたなっていうのは感じてて、自分のこと何やったとしても守れる自信あるし、あんまり世の中にビビらなくても、それこそどの国に行っても大丈夫だねって感じ。舐められないっていうのは思う。で、日本ではもうちょっと人に対して柔らかくなった気がしてて、ロシアはやっぱり自分を守るのもあるんだけど、やっぱり強くみんないける。自分の意見をとにかく守るのを学生の時から教えられてるから、みんな自分の意見守るのは上手だけど、周りの意見聞き取るであったりとか、人の気持ちを考えるとか、割と不得意な人たちの方が多いかも。自分もそうだった。今もそうかも。
Can you say something in Russian?
Привет, меня зовут Джулия. Я родилась и выросла в России, приехала в Японию где-то 5, 6, 7 лет назад и сейчас живу в Японию. Yay!
Hi, my name's Keegan. I'm half Japanese, half American. I was born in Fukushima, but raised pretty much my whole life in the States, in Virginia. And I moved here about 4 years ago now.
Now I live in Tokyo.
I do live in Tokyo, yes.
How's life here?
It's good. It's very convenient. I think there's obviously some cons to living in a country that you didn't grow up in, but overall, it's really safe. It's really clean. The food's great.
What was it like growing up in the States, like as a half Japanese at the time?
Ooh, honestly, I've heard a lot of mixed experiences from mixed people growing up in the States, but for me, it was a little bit different because I'm very white passing. Like a lot of people don't think that I'm half Japanese.
Your appearance or your personality?
just my appearance.
Okay.
When I tell people, they suddenly go like, oh, okay, like I can see it. But that led to like the way I grew up was a lot of my white friends saw me as Asian, and then a lot of my Asian friends saw me as white. So I was never really in a certain category. So I think growing up that did lead to some identity issues.
I see.
But yeah.
What was your household like?
So my mom's Japanese, my dad's American. They met through an exchange program in Boston.
Oh, Boston.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It was really funny because basically the only reason why I exist is because of Godzilla. Because my dad had to fulfill a language requirement and he was looking at the list of languages. He saw French. He was like, oh, tried that, didn't like it. German, tried that, didn't like it. And he saw Japanese. He's like, oh, Godzilla was a really cool movie. I'll just take that for a year, fulfill the requirement, and then be done with it. But then he met my mom through that program and all of a sudden his whole life trajectory changed.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's also really funny. My brothers and I call him the first weeaboo. But yeah.
Oh, and they speak Japanese and English, right?
Yes, I do.
Which one do you feel more like comfortable or like, like it's easier for you to speak? Is there any like opinion?
Yeah, definitely English. But I will say the longer I've been in Japan, I've met a lot of people with like a similar background to me. So speaking Japanglish, where you just kind of, without thinking, just swap back and forth, has become really easy. So when I go visit the States, sometimes I have to catch myself because I'll suddenly want to switch to Japanese, but then have to make sure that I'm only speaking English.
I see. 4 years ago when you moved to Japan, like was it all smooth or like was it difficult? どうだったですか？
まあ結構難しかったんですよね。やっぱりなんかハーフなんですけど、育ちはずっとアメリカだったんで、まあ日本に引っ越した時、自分は引っ越したら日本人に見られるって思ってたんです。まあハーフだから日本に何回も遊びに来てたし、まあじいちゃんとばあちゃんの家に何回も泊まったことあったし、まあでも来た時お母さんとじいちゃんとばあちゃん隣にいなかったから外国人に見られてて、それが結構なんか違う世界って感じた。
今まで見た日本とは違った？
そうですね。まあずっと、まあ、家族と一緒だったから日本人のように見られてカルチャーショックっていう感じだったんで。
なるほど。
I think looking back, I was pretty naive in thinking that, but it was just what I had grown up with. I was so used to, because my grandparents live in rural Japan, so a lot of people knew who we were, and so we were kind of a part of a community, so to speak. And then coming to Tokyo, being by myself without Japanese family members, every time people would be like, oh, okay, like let me speak to this person in English. And they're always a little bit more guarded, so to speak.
I see.
But yeah.
I see.
Hello, I'm Kokoro. I'm half Japanese and half Indian. I was born in Japan, Hyogo Prefecture, and grew up in New Delhi, India.
So what was it like growing up in India as half Japanese?
As a half Japanese, I wasn't discriminated against per se because when you go to Northeast in India, you get to see a lot of faces which is similar to East Asians. So I wasn't discriminated. People would just say that, oh, where are you from? And like, which state are you from in India?
Your Japanese mom and your Indian dad, how did they meet?
They met in Osaka because my father used to work here in Japan. And so my mom also used to work in the same office as him. So that's why they met there. My mom learned Hindi language through movies. My father, he can speak Japanese a little bit, but understand good, I guess. And so like in our household, so me and my sister talk Japanese with my mom and in Hindi and language with my dad.
Okay, so for you, Japanese, English and Hindi, like which language is most like comfortable?
I think it really depends on situations because with my mom, I'm obviously talking in Japanese, and with my dad and with my friends from India, I speak both Hindi and English. But like in terms of studies, I have studied all my life in English. So like English would be much more comfortable in like speaking about my opinions and all.
Can you say something in Hindi and Japanese?
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम कोकोरो है और मेरे पापा इंडियन है, मेरी मम्मा जापानीज है. मैं 10 साल से ज़्यादा इंडिया में रह चुकी हूँ, बट यहाँ पर मैं 2 साल पहले आई थी अपने पढ़ाई के लिए. 東京では暮らしは楽しいんですが、まあ時々寂しい時もあります。お母さんとお父さんがいないので、あと自分の猫とかも会いたいので.
I am Minami Watanabe, and I am half Japanese, half Trinidadian, and born and raised in Canada, Vancouver, Canada.
Now you live in Japan.
Yes, full time. It's been almost 2 years since I moved here, and I'm loving it, to be honest.
Your life in Japan and Canada, like how do you compare?
I would say that in Japan, there's a lot more opportunities, and like thanks to my mother, even though I grew up in Canada speaking English, she taught me Japanese and we would speak at home. So I'd mainly learn through anime or watching TV, like Japanese game shows, like Sekai no Hate Made Itekiyu. And I would hear words and I wouldn't know what they meant. And then I would ask her what they mean and I would use them in conversation. And yeah, I'm really grateful because like looking the way that I do, if I only spoke Japanese, she thought it would be a really big waste. So she thought it would be better for me to learn English and then learn Japanese afterwards. So that way I would have a lot more opportunities.
But I guess Japanese people don't expect you to speak like perfect Japanese, right? Like you have, you know.
Yeah, most of them never expect it, and it's a really good way to get to know people and kind of get into the community because Japanese people, they're not very confident in their English. So when they see a foreigner, they kind of step back a little bit. But when you're able to connect with them speaking Japanese, even if it's just a little bit, like a lot of people are like, oh, jozu jozu sugoi. And that really opens up the conversation.
Do you think that you accepted here, even though you not from here, basically?
I don't think I've had a moment where I felt not accepted over here. I think that even though I live in the countryside, people welcome me quite a lot, mainly because I'm able to speak Japanese and I was raised Japanese, so I have a lot of the mannerisms, the tendencies, and there's still a lot that I need to learn living here because I've only been here for almost 2 years now, but for the most part.
So you can basically switch
Yes.
your mode, Japanese and Canadian.
I would say I'm more Japanese than Canadian.
How come?
I think it's just like the mannerisms, like the politeness, saying thank you and whatnot.
Okay, so let's speak in Japanese. じゃあなんか日本語と英語をなんか育った時にカナダでちょっと話すのは難しかったです。それとも結構簡単に like you was gradually like you acquired.
結構難しかったんですね。やっぱりその日本語学校通ってもなかなか覚えれなくて、で特に読み書きは難しかったんだけど、やっぱりその環境が全然整ってないから、その使う機会がなくて、でそれでやっぱり使えなかったらもう全く喋れないっていう状況になるんですよ。
カナダに住んでた時
はい
は日本人の人と会ったりしてたとか友達がいたとか or just your mom?
ほとんどお母さんだけでしたね。やっぱりその人口的にカナダ人口的には日本人は 1% ぐらい。
でみんなバンクーバーでしょトロントじゃなくて because you're from Toronto, right?
生まれはトロントなんですけど、その若い頃にバンクーバーに引っ越したんですよ。
バンクーバー日本人多いって聞いたけど
めっちゃ多いです。はい。でそれでお母さんがお父さんとバンクーバーで出会ったんです。
なんかアメリカとか行くの怖いっていう日本人がみんなカナダに行く
俺も結構怖いんですよ、もう正直。
Before continue the video, let me tell you one thing. If you want to come to Japan either traveling or living, I like to do this beforehand. And it is learning Japanese. Why? Because I guarantee you, it will make your time in Japan more fun and meaningful. To truly understand the culture, you cannot ignore a language, especially in Japan where many locals don't speak English. But if you don't know how to start, there's a course made for complete beginners, and it is Speak Basic Japanese in 15 days. The course includes a 200+ page textbook and over 4 hours of video lessons. The textbook covers vocabulary, grammar, and useful phrases for daily life, along with sentence patterns, real example, and practical exercise. The video lessons focus on pronunciation and intonations, which are difficult to learn from textbook alone, helping you listen and practice how Japanese is actually spoken. This course will not make you fluent, but it will give you a strong foundation to have simple conversation with locals and enjoy Japan more. So if you want to start learning Japanese or if you tried before and it didn't work out, this course is the best place to begin. Check the link in the description or QR code here. Let's start learning Japanese today. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Aya Meadows. I am half Okinawan, half American.
Now you live in Okinawa, right?
Yeah, I've lived in Okinawa for 6 years, but I was born and raised in Northern Virginia.
How's your life here?
I love life here. I can't imagine living anywhere else, and moving here was the best thing I've ever done.
Coming from the United States, did you notice any cultural difference? Okinawa, like, would you like to mention any?
Coming from America to Okinawa, there is definitely a cultural difference, but it doesn't feel too far from home because there is such a huge American military presence here. But I feel like the Okinawan culture that you can experience here, there's like an endless list. I was really lucky to be able to experience it through my mom. So I grew up doing like the utoto at the Butsudan and Eisa Matsuri, doing the Natsu Matsuri.
日本語も話すでしょ
ちょっとだけ話せます。
ちょっとだけ話すでも沖縄で生活しててやっぱり英語使うことも多いやっぱ
そうですね。多分1年ぐらいは日本語全然使ってないんで。
あ、本当。仕事も結構英語が多い。
仕事も結構
ツアーの
はい、そうですね。外人向きでほとんど英語になりますね。
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm half Nigerian, half Japanese. I was born in Tokyo and raised until I was 3, and then I moved to Nigeria and spent like 15 years over there. And then I came back 2019.
How's your experience as half Japanese?
As half Japanese, is awesome. In Nigeria, if you're mixed, if you have a lighter skin color, like they kind of like praise you, kind of like they put you on like a pedestal. Like they're like, oh, なんか Hakujin, they call you white, and over there like they like lighter skin color, so they always treated me like very なんか特別みたいな. My whole life over there was always like that. My mom is Japanese. She's Aomori.
And then your dad is Nigerian.
Yes.
How they met and how they raised you?
So apparently my dad, he saw my mom in maybe Lawson or like a 100yen shop, and he like hit on her like nampa.
Oh, okay.
And then そこから they, you know, イチャイチャして and then I came out. And like how they raised me. So my parents like split up when I was 3. So I didn't really grow up with my mom. I grew up with my dad.
I see.
Yeah, in Nigeria, hobo.
And you still have a good relationship with each parent?
Of course.
Now you're back in Tokyo, so you have more like connection with your mom.
Yes.
Before,
Yeah. In the beginning though, when I came back from, because I was raised in Nigeria, so when I came back to Japan, I couldn't speak Japanese at all because I was only here until 3歳まで, like 3 years old. So when I came to Japan and, you know, in the beginning it was hard with my mom because like that relationship, like 15 years is too long, and I don't speak Japanese, only like arigatou gozaimasu, unko shitai, oshikko shitai, that's it. So with my mom I couldn't speak good Japanese, so that was a little hard communication tekini. So but now we're good.
You didn't come back while you grew up there?
You know, I didn't
come back to Japan?
No.
Okay, so what made you decide to move here?
難しいね、その質問. It's kind of like, it'll be sad if I spend my whole life in Nigeria not knowing my other country, you know. And I always watch anime growing up, so I was always like, Itsuka, like I want to go to Japan, you know. And here I am in Japan.
Can you say something in Japanese?
こんばんは。こんばんは。私の名前はケイティです。日本とナイジェリアのハーフです。おにぎり大好き。
My name is Taki. I'm half Japanese, half Peruvian. My mom is Japanese and my dad is from Peru. I was born and raised in Japan.
And then you've been to Peru, right? How was your experience?
So yeah, it's, you know, totally the culture is different. People's personality are also different, you know. Like here, Peru, it's like more Latin vibes, as you can imagine. Like more people are cheerful or like to more socialize. Even you are a stranger. I think I could be more like also more cheerful, or I could be more open to chat with people. I started like dancing, like Latin music, or so I love to socialize now.
You mean like when you were there, or like?
Yeah, before I was really shy.
Okay.
Actually, in Japan. But after going to Peru, living in Peru,
you found another yourself,
Yeah, I found out. Yeah, I realized that I have Latin blood. You know. Yeah. Oh, I'm Latino, like
I see. And obviously, you speak Japanese and English. But what about Spanish? Like, how did you learn with your dad, or?
No, actually, my dad never talked to me in Spanish when I was kid or baby, you know, when I was young. So when I was in Peru, I learned Spanish 1 year. Yeah, this is how I learned.
So what language did you speak with your dad?
In Japanese, actually.
Oh, so your dad lived in Japan like for a long time, I guess.
Yes, my dad's long time living in Japan. That's why I didn't need to speak Spanish to communicate with him. So
I see. Now you can communicate with him in Spanish as well. Like, it's still in Japanese, or?
Like it's like mixed, like Spanish and Japanese. We speak in both language.
I'm really sure that your dad likes like you learn Spanish, no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because now I can communicate with my grandfather, grandmom,
That's true,
and my cousin in Peru. So it's also I appreciate that I took this opportunity. Yeah.
I see. Can you say something in Japanese and Spanish?
Okay. はじめまして、滝と申します。ペルーと日本のハーフです。Spanish, yeah. Hola, me llamo Taki, es a mitad japonés, peruano y bueno, no soy Taki Taki Rumba. Los peruanos o los latinos siempre me llaman Hola Taki Taki Rumba, pero solo Taki nomás.
My name is Luma Naomi Shigemitsu. I'm 23 years old. I was born in São Paulo, Brazil, and I grew up here in Japan, Aichi, Aichi Prefecture. My mom is Brazilian, and my dad is half Japanese and half Brazilian. So I'm 1/4 Japanese and 3/4 Brazilian.
東京の暮らしはどうですか？
東京は刺激が多い街ですね。本当に。もう毎日いろんなもう情報量が多すぎて楽しいです。
周りの友達とか、
はい
はブラジル人とか日本人とか、それとも
愛知にいた頃はやっぱブラジルの方が多いので愛知、ブラジルの友達と日本の友達が多かったんですけど、東京に来てすごいインターナショナルな街なので逆に減りました、ブラジルのお友達は。
英語を喋ると
そうとか日本語、やっぱ日本の方が多いです。
家族とは
家族とはポルトガル語オンリー
で、ミスコンも日本代表で出てたんですよ。
はい、一応日本代表でね。
日本語とポルトガル語がネイティブみたいな。
そうですね。で英語だけ独学で学んで、
なるほど。じゃあポルトガル語も最近喋ってないんですよね。
最近全然親としか喋れてないです。
なるほど。
英語もなんか全然喋る機会なくて、東京来てお仕事とかでは全然使ってないですね。
自分は結構日本人的な部分の方が多い感じますね。
性格的に言うとやっぱ半分半分かなと思います。
それは日本人の友達とかに囲まれててもそれはそう思う。
お家の中ではブラジルの文化、ブラジルの言語、ポルトガル語で育って、お家の外では日本人の方々と育ったので半分半分です、ちょうど。
なるほど。ポルトガル語でなんか喋ってください。
Olá pessoal, meu nome é Luna Naomi Shigemitsu, eu tenho 23 anos, eu cresci aqui no Japão, mas nasci no Brasil. Eu tenho a nacionalidade brasileira, mas sempre cresci aqui, e a minha personalidade... Bom, eu me sinto metade japonesa, metade brasileira.
Hi, I'm Ranko. I'm half Chinese, half Japanese, and I've lived in Japan my whole life. And I've also lived in Yokohama my whole life.
So your mom is Japanese and your mom is...
My mom is Chinese and she's from Chongqing, which is like the middle southern part of China. And my dad is from I don't know where exactly he's from, but he's Japanese.
What was it like growing up in Japan as half Chinese?
To be honest, it wasn't very good because especially when I was in elementary school and middle school, when I said I was half Chinese, people reacted like, oh, you're Chinese? And reacted in a bad way. So it happened in elementary school, and then middle school, I kind of hid the fact that I was half Chinese. Okay. I even say I'm half Chinese, half Japanese on my Instagram. And then when people find out that I'm half Chinese, people will be like, oh, you're half Chinese? And the reaction totally changed. Right. I think it changed in high school, and then since then.
This might be a bit tricky question, but Japan and China, politically and in many ways, we don't really have a great relationship, right? In many ways, right? So how do you feel about it? Because you're literally in between.
Yeah. Once I was told by my mom that it's sometimes dangerous to go to China as a Japanese person because you wouldn't really be welcomed. Right. You might get discriminated, and me personally, I don't really think about that. We're people at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't really mind it, but
you try not to care. Yeah.
I don't really care.
And do you speak Chinese?
A little bit.
So your mom speaks Japanese?
Yeah, with my mom, I only speak Japanese. When I was 2, she actually tried to talk to me in Chinese to practice, to improve my Chinese, but I said no. I was only 2, but I said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've been to China?
I've been to China multiple times, especially when I was very young, but I haven't been there since for the 10 years.
Okay, so can you say something in Chinese?
大家好，我是兰子，我是中日混血，我妈妈是从重庆来的，我今年24岁。
I'm Wes. I'm half Japanese, half American. I'm from Oita, Japan, and I lived in Colorado for 7 years, and then I moved here from high school till now.
So you grew up in both Japan and America, basically, right?
Yeah.
How was your experience both?
I loved it. I'm a guy that just likes to jump into new environments. So when I first moved to the States, I just forgot that I was Japanese. I really forgot Japanese once, almost completely, and then I had to learn it again. But Honestly, I loved my time in Colorado. Like, it's so chill. It's like, you know, a lot of nature, big mountains, you know, big streets. We just bike around and I really loved it. And I don't remember much of like Oita, but yeah, Colorado is like a big part of my identity.
So now you live in Tokyo. Do you think you're gonna go back to Colorado at some point, or you think you're gonna be here rest of your life?
I'm definitely not going to be here the rest of my life. I don't want to, but
How come?
I don't feel like this is my home. I just feel like it's a place for me to like grind.
Yeah.
And then once I feel comfortable like enough that I can leave, I think I'll leave.
Where would it be?
The US is the biggest like option, probably like the West Coast, but because I make music, so I think like the scene there is like what I like. Or the East Coast, you know, like New York, but I want to make sure I establish like a foundation here that I can come back to.
Right.
Because, you know, if you leave too early and you don't succeed over there and you have nothing to come back to, it's a tough situation.
Right.
So,
English and Japanese, like, which one do you feel comfortable speaking, or both?
yeah, I mean, English is a little bit more comfortable. でも日本語も全然。
じゃあ今東京で何してる？
僕は今ミュージシャンで音楽やってます。
ラッパ
ラッパーです。
ー。誰が一番好き？ラッパー。
J コール。
J コール。
J コール大好き。もう日本の J コールになろうかなって思ってます。
頑張ってください。
ありがとうございます。
Hi, my name is Roxy. I'm half Japanese and half Persian. I was born and raised in the UK and I moved to Japan 4 years ago.
Okay. So, so was it like growing up in London as half Japanese, half Persian?
So I went to Japanese school every Saturday and my mother is obviously Japanese, so I grew up speaking the language. I went to I went to a German school until I was 14. And then from there I went to like a normal British school. But I was raised very culturally British and I wasn't expecting the culture shock when I came to Japan.
What about your Persian side? What's the relationship like?
So my father's Persian. I've unfortunately never been to Iran before. Would love to go, but unfortunately I can't speak Farsi. I don't know that much about Persian culture. It is a side that I would love to explore for myself. So yeah, we'll see.
There's basically three cultures, right? Like Persian, Japanese, and British.
Yeah.
Like what's the ratio like?
Probably like 50% British now, 40% Japanese, 10% Iranian.
Okay.
And I think before I moved to Japan, I was like fully British. Like I was born and raised over there, like the culture, everything, I was British. But then moving over here, I've become more and more Japanese. And I think working in a Japanese company, you do tend to become more Japanese. And honestly, like my experience here has made me who I am today. I've got no regrets. And yeah, I love it.
So you mentioned that you're gonna be more Japanese, right? That means less British. Like how do you feel about it? Because you're gonna go back to London, right?
Oh, interesting. I actually never thought about it that way. And the main reason is because it's all part of me. And I think one of the big skills that I learned coming to Japan was being adaptable. I think when you're in Japan, you know, when in Rome, you have to be more Japanese, especially when you're working in a Japanese corporate. It's important to adjust to the people and the cultures of the people that you are working with. Right. Once I go back to England, I'll probably become much more British. But I do think that, again, it's just all about adjusting. Right.
How much can you speak like Persian? Yeah.
Honestly, not much at all. For example, salam, azizam. Honestly, really not much, unfortunately.
Okay, so what about Japanese?
日本語では全然大丈夫です。
でも4年で結構やっぱり上手くなったっていう。
あ、まあそうですね。一旦イギリスで生まれ育ったんですけど、補習校に毎週土曜日に通っていて、まあお母さんとも全然日本語で喋っていたんですけど、本当に日本に来た時はタメ口しか喋れなくて、やっぱり本当に日本の法律事務所で働くには、まあ日本語を上達していかなくちゃいけないのが、まあ当たり前ではないけど大切だと思っていたので、本当に日本の上司の下で働けたのがすっごいいい機会となりまして、すっごい楽しい4年間でした。
すごい丁寧です。
ありがとうございます。
萌えです。21歳です。ママがタイ人でパパが日本人です。日本育ちです。
タイと日本、両方の文化を知って育ってきたと思うんですけど、タイと日本どう違いますか？どういうふうに似てますか？
なんか日本人はやっぱちょっと距離があったり壁があるけど、タイ人はめっちゃもうフレンドリーで友達も家族みたいな。あったらあーみたいなハグしたりとか。
自分はどっち側のカルチャーがある？
やっぱりタイですね。友達と会ってもハグするし、チューもするし、触れ合いたい人と。日本ちょっとなんかちゃんとしてるじゃないですか。厳しいところとかも。そういうの向いてないなって思う時があるから、タイの方が向いてるんじゃないかなって思う。
じゃあ最後タイ語で自己紹介してください。
สวัสดีค่ะฉันชื่อเมยค่ะลองมาไทยดูนะคะสนุกนะคะ
Hi, my name is Peace. I'm 17 years old. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. My dad is Egyptian and my mom is Japanese. I was raised in Kyoto, Japan, and Cairo, Egypt, and Dearborn, Michigan.
So how did your parents meet?
My mom was a Japanese teacher in Michigan, and my dad was working in Michigan, and they both were learning English at the time, so they met in English school.
Japanese and then Egyptian. How do you explain about your personality?
My Japanese side is like I have manners in public, or I wouldn't be selfish. I'll actually like think about people, like how would they feel and stuff, and I would think about it and I show actions. I care about people. That's the Japanese part. I feel like the Egyptian culture, I feel like Egyptians are really good at communicating and building like relationships with people and friendships. Like they're easy to make, like build trust. That's what I think about the Egyptian culture. And like I have a lot of good friends in Egypt and Japan, and I really have like good trust with them. So that's the part like I think is coming from my Egyptian side.
Okay, can you say something in Japanese and Arabic?
こんにちは、僕の名前はピースです。17歳です。日本の京都出身です。中学校は京都で住んでました。宇治です。抹茶で有名な宇治です。はい。
今観光客めっちゃいるけど。
今結構います。宇治の方. السلام عليكم أنا اسمي بيس عندي 17 سنين أنا عشت في مصر 5 سنين وعلمت عربي من الشعر. على فكرة أنا مش بتكلم عربي مع أبويا بكلم بإنجليزي بس علمت يعني عملت سحب في الشارع في مصر وعلمت عربي من هناك.
Hi, I'm Hannah. My dad's Canadian, my mom's Japanese, but I was born in China and I grew up mostly in Dubai. I'm currently a university student and yeah, I'm just here in Japan traveling and visiting.
What was your experience like as half Japanese, half Canadian?
So when I was an elementary student, I was in Canada and there I felt like I didn't belong. I was Japanese to everyone, but then I'd go back to Japan and they'll be like, "You're Canadian." And I'm like, okay, I don't belong anywhere. But it really changed when I moved to Dubai. Since everyone is so multicultural, multinational, there was like 60 different nationalities in my grade alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we always talked about culture and how that influences us. So it was really great to grow up around those people, and it made me confident in my self-identity as a mixed person. So it was really nice.
I've heard that you learned Japanese from anime, right? But what about your mom? Like you didn't talk Japanese with your mom?
I did talk with my mom a lot. She loves to talk, so we talked a lot. But I would say the reason I can speak this much and I understand a lot more is because manga toka. I loved anime and manga. And I never went to Japanese school, so it's really just they taught me.
And you never lived in Japan, right?
No, I've never lived in Japan before.
じゃあ日本に今ちょっといて、やっぱり他の日本人と日本語が違うって思うことはありますか？それともそんなに別に問題ない？
めっちゃあります。なんか見た目だけで多分この人日本人じゃないなって思われることが多くて、やっぱり初対面から英語で話しかけられることもすごくあるし、その時はもう英語喋れるんでもう英語のままで話しちゃうんですけど、日本語とかもやっぱり発音ちょっと下手だなって思うことも多いし。
僕は多分言われるまでアニメで勉強したって思わなかった。多分普通に問題ない。ね、普通だと思うけど。
よかったです。
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. I'm planning to make more videos about people who have specific backgrounds. So if you have any video idea, please let me know in the comments. If you wanna start learning Japanese today, check my Japanese course, Speak Basic Japanese in 15 days. Check the QR code here or link in the description. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like button. Please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.